Southern Championship Wrestling. Another Sunday action-packed night here in Anderson, South Carolina at the Anderson County Fairgrounds Arena.
This event is conducted in accordance with South Carolina State Athletic laws, rules, and regulations, and guidelines. Any violation will be prosecuted by the South Carolina Department of Legal Licensing and Regulations. This event is sanctioned by the South Carolina State Athletic Commission and Southern Championship Wrestling. State commissioners are John Holliday Jr., Chris Hightopolis, Frank Stallings.
I'd like to introduce to you right now a legend, as I say, in the world of professional wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, straight from WCW in Atlanta, Georgia, would you please help me make welcome Pistol Pez Whatley! Pez, thank you. It is good to see you. It's good to have you with us tonight. You honor us by coming. I want to ask you about your match tonight with, and you know he's a little bit strange. But tell me about your no disqualification match. And I know he's the guy that requested this thing, but you're not a man to back down from challenges, and this one tonight is coming from Big Sexy.
Well, first of all, I want to say that this is great wrestling country up here, ain't it, people? I just want y'all to know that I've known all the time that Greenville, South Carolina has been one of the hotbeds of professional wrestling, and for South Carolina, because I've been up here many a time, and you ain't nothing but wonderful, wonderful wrestling fans. Thank you very much.
Don't give yourself a hand. I'll tell you right now, they really are great wrestling fans. Talking about great wrestling, though, it's good to see you. Good to have you with us. One of the greatest wrestlers of all time, Pez. Again, like I say, you got a big no disqualification match coming up. This guy can be dangerous in a regular match, but in a no disqualification match, he can be extremely dangerous.
Well, as all these wrestling fans out here know, that wrestling with a guy is already rough. But wrestling in a no disqualification match where we can have falls, can fight anywhere around here. I may be able to use a chair, he can use a chair. But I want him to know that I ain't the first time I've been down this cakewalk. And if you can look at this face to tail, I've been in a couple matches myself. And I want Big Sexy to understand one thing in particular. That when he wrestling the Pistol Man, and down here in the South, this is where we really get going, and we talk trash, and we backs it up. So Big Sexy, when you get ready to come out here to wrestle with the Pistol Man, you got to know that I've been all the way around the wrestling world, and I done fought the best, I done beat the best, I done got beat by the best. So when you bring it, you better bring a lunch, because we going to be in there a long time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the legend, Pistol Pez Whatley. What a great match you'll see later on tonight as he and Big Sexy lock it up in a no disqualification match. Making it up,
Big Sexy, ladies and gentlemen, from Miami, Florida. South Beach, Miami, I apologize.
He is from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Ladies of professional wrestling, ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome the Pistol Man, I was trading the track and money's like a magnet, giving up the
move back up.
Excuse me.
Pez Whatley, Pez Whatley!
Come on in here, man.
You know, Pez Whatley, he's done it all in this business. We remember seeing him in the big shows all around the U.S. back in the day. And you people, if you think Pez Whatley can beat me, then you're dumber than the rednecks in North Carolina, you're dumber than the rednecks in Georgia, and you're dumber than the rednecks in Alabama. You sit down and be quiet. Pez Whatley, your day is done.
And I tell you what, Bill Mayhew, unexpectedly an outburst from Big Sexy, the guy from a WCW power plant, taking on veteran superstar Pistol Pez Whatley. And right now, Big Sexy's headed for higher ground.
I'll tell you right now.
Did you mention no smoking?
I'll tell you right now, Dan Paris, if Mr. Big Sexy, pardon my expression, if Mr. Big Sexy, pardon the way I say that again, thinks he's going to come out here and he's going to railroad or run over a veteran and a legend of the likes of Pistol Pez Whatley, he's got another think coming. And my friend, Mr. Big Sexy, that's another saying we have down here in the South, and you have got another think coming.
But I tell you what, Bill, he might call himself Big Sexy, but nah, I don't think so. I see a lot of good-looking women in here myself. I think he might be a little bit vain, if you know what I mean.
I was thinking more along the line of Big Sleazy was kind of what I was thinking.
I bet he's...
And now he's asking for a timeout, and I'm sorry, this professional wrestling, and with a thumb to the eye of Pez Whatley, he takes the advantage. But this is not professional football or basketball or baseball. There is no timeouts.
Absolutely. I bet he's so vain he's got full-length mirrors all in his house, Bill. You know, that type of guy right there just worships himself and loves himself to death.
I got a friend, Dan, that says that there's a lot of people in this world that evidently are walking around with mirrors that only they can see. I think Big Sexy may be one of those people.
Perhaps you're right.
And he's taken to the low ground, and he's running. He's trying to get himself composed, and Pez Whatley is going to come and say hello to a steel post.
To the guardrail, and I tell you, Bill, this match is no disqualification. So they can go all over the fairground arena.
Doesn't matter. They may wind up on one of the rides up here. I hope Jamie Tucker's not afraid of heights, because they may wind up in one of the rides getting pinned up in the Ferris wheel or something.
Oh, Pistol Pez.
Pez hit the ground hard, though, I'll tell you. Pez really hit the ground hard.
Shot right into that ring post shoulder first. I tell you what, Bill, Pez Whatley has had a checkered past of breaking every rule in the book. And now,
I think... Yes, I was about to say that Big Sexy has come up with a foreign object, and he does have a foreign object. But this is a no disqualification match. It doesn't matter what he does.
Mr. Pez Whatley has got a past history of rule breaking, even though tonight he's still pretty much wrestling within the rule book. If Big Sexy wants to get down and dirty.
A count of 1, 2, and only a count of 2 as Pez Whatley kicks out. He's not ready to go down. You can bet your dollar on that.
It'll be a big mistake if he gets down and dirty.
I'll tell you, I was about to comment, you know, the fact that Pez is wrestling pretty much a clean match doesn't mean that he can't get down and dirty with you, and he will if it becomes necessary. Here's a count of 1, 2, and a very arrogant cover, may I say, by Mr. Big Sleazy.
Kind of a lazy cover, if you will.
Very much so, very much so. Another count and another 2 count. Never mind that.
on the mat, and Sexy's got a rear chin lock hooked in on the Pistol Pez Whatley, and he's got it hooked in real tight.
He's got his feet up on the ropes for extra leverage too. I'll tell you, this man, as you said, came from the WCW, is in the WCW power plant, and pretty much an arrogant guy. I'll tell you, he's already very schooled in the art of professional wrestling, and he's taking Mr. Pistol Pez Whatley to task, but don't count him out just yet.
I'll tell you what, he's looking like he's going right back to the well again, Bill.
Once again, the feet up on the ropes, Dan Paris, for added pressure and leverage. And I'll tell you, Jamie Tucker is looking very, very closely, but my fear is that he's about to choke this man out.
I hope he doesn't, because I tell you what, it's no disqualification. There's not a thing Jamie Tucker can do about it.
There's really not. You're right in making that point. If he does choke him out, that's too bad.
Then he can just pin him.
That's it. We're looking at a veteran and a very, very, as you can tell, very well-schooled youngster in Big Sexy. And the kids that are coming up now in professional wrestling, they're stormtrooping the doors. They're not giving an inch to the veterans or much respect, may I add. Professional wrestling is what seven trades of wrestling is all about. And these kind of groups are going to stand for a long time to come, regardless of what the youngsters may say or think.
Pez Whatley, he's certainly probably in support of those veterans in WCW. And I tell you what, I think Big Sexy, though, his problem is not only an attitude problem in the ring, but a lack of respect.
I think he does have a lack of respect for one Pistol Pez Whatley. And you notice Pez beginning to do the shimmy now and the shake. And I'll tell you, Mr. Big Sexy might ought to watch himself. He might ought to watch his rear end, because Mr. Pistol Pez is beginning to do that shimmy that he always does when he's just about had enough. Here he comes. He's to one knee now. He's to one knee. Back down.
He just got powered back down.
Powered back down. I'll say one thing about this Big Sexy, Dan Paris. This man has a lot of power. He is a big, strong individual.
Right now, he's become distracted by the crowd.
Now he's distracted by the crowd and the camera, showing off when he ought to be have his attention turned to the ring and the one Pistol Pez Whatley, and hello. No excitement for you tonight, friend. You're in for a rather dull evening, Mr. Big Sexy, as the Pistol Man begins to gather it all back together now and come back.
And right there, Jamie Tucker showing discretion, could have called for disqualification. And Big Sexy raining down with a series of punches on the Pez Whatley. Coming out of the corner with a reverse atomic drop.
Atomic drop, and I'll tell you, I'm sure Mr. Big Sexy's not feeling very right now. Pistol Pez Whatley trying to get to the ring rope, trying to pull himself back up. And I'll tell you, this veteran is not through by any means. Hard chop. Hard licks, and to the face goes Pistol Pez Whatley. And as you alluded to earlier, Dan Paris, if you want to get rough, Pistol Pez Whatley can get with the best of them.
Right now he's fighting his way right out of that corner.
Flipped into the corner and a boot right to the face, and down goes Pez Whatley. Then we have a cover, 1, 2, and a kick out at the count of 2. And I thought that was it, Dan Paris. I thought that was, I'll be honest with you.
That cover, though, had some respect and authority behind it.
Yes, sir, it did. Count of 2, and Pez powers up. I'll tell you, you must give Pistol Pez Whatley credit. This man will not go down. He will not go out. He continues to fight. Another count of 2, and back up is the arm of Pistol Pez Whatley. And a kick to the kidney area by Big Sexy. And Pistol Pez Whatley has taken a pounding. I'll tell you that right now. He has taken a pounding. But he's beginning to do that shake again, that shimmy. and hitting him in the head's like hitting a piece of concrete. You don't want to do that. Wrong place, wrong time.
That shimmy is a sign of anger.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When he begins to do that shake and that shimmy, it's Katie bar the door. It's time for Pistol Pez Whatley to start smoking. As Big Sexy continues to brawl and continues. Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go. They say no pain, no gain, but for Mr. Big Sexy, it may just turn out to be all pain, what a shame. Here comes Pistol Pez Whatley. Whip into the rope. Off it comes. Over goes Big Sexy. I think he took the full brunt of that, no doubt. Count of 1, 2, and almost a cover. And Pistol Pez Whatley, I'll tell you, what a veteran he is. He continues to come back. Oh, now what's going on? Whoa!
Foreign object.
Another foreign
But
object.
it's been blocked.
And Pez Whatley's got it blocked. And he drops it. He drops it. Big Sexy drops it. And right to the throat goes Pistol Pez Whatley. And I think that's the end of it. That's it.